Immigration stories are often viewed via the lens of men. However, this lens at times becomes cloudy and prevents the vibrant scene from view. After the independence and partition of India, a migration of women from the subcontinent to the land of hope and glory began. They would accompany their newly wedded husbands, who were returning from England after a brief visit to the motherland. Many daughters felt a concoction of emotions as they were obliged to leave home. Then again, after the disaster of India's partition, what was home? During the 40s and 50s, many of these Indian women came from the Punjab region and are often homogenized as timid women who never left their sleepy hamlet. Yet, this cliché is nothing more than a cliché, as some women were educated and working in India before they were married. They were teachers, musicians, artists and writers. They had to sacrifice their careers and leave their families behind and travel to this strange land with their new life partners. Yet, practically all groups of women were propelled into English working class living, dealing with a sense of alienation, torn between the sari and the skirt. Support networks in the UK existed, such as the Indian Workers' Association and the India League. However, being a homemaker can be a lonely endeavour. My Dadi's story in the UK is not too dissimilar from most expat women, yet her story to these shores is rather choppy. Having trained in Hindustani vocal from a young age, she travelled the width and breadth of India performing. Her voice struck a chord with the right audience, and she soon became resident on Air India radio. Tuning into the waves was none other than Prime Minister Nehru, who invited her to sing morning bhajans. Her spare time was spent writing poetry and even performed work for Amitabh Bachchan's father. Yet, as the allure of Bollywood and classical music was pulling her southwards of Punjab, a whirlwind of arranged marriage whisked her westwards as the currents took her to the shores of England. The crescendo came and went as she put down her pen to pick up a soldering iron. From Bollywood dreams to Battersea she went, the bhajans replaced with the clatter of a light industry. The labour shortage in England brought many newcomers to these shores, and my Dadi soon befriended a Greek family. There was a solidarity amongst the migrants, and soon new communities blossomed. This bore fruit to a revival in one's culture, and sitting room discussions soon flourished into temples for the community. The audience may have been curtailed, and youthful innocence lost, but Dadi rekindled her love for music and song once again.